Hey, Kanye, did she put her fingers up your No!
After this, we'll show you my phone. You can see all your friends and rappers DMing me. They're nudes. So no, I don't have to do any work. So it's when I choose to have fun, they're available. But I don't out people.
So basically, they would... Yeah.
They was what?
They would each other.
Let's be conveniently gay. Like...
Kind of like homophobic. Because it's like, I would like go back and like question myself, like, damn, why does everybody else walk like this and I walk like this?
Y'all, Kanye West is out here raging at Jeffree Star after allegedly leaking their DL tape. And that's not even the worst part, like this kind of confirms what we've all been thinking for a minute now. And let's not play dumb. Kim K didn't just leave Kanye because he was acting erratic or bipolar. She painted it like she was protecting her little ones. But if you dig a little deeper, the real reason Kanye may have allegedly asked for a three-way and not with another woman. Yes, you thought it, I said it, but that might just be the tip of the iceberg, because the deeper we go into this story, the crazier it gets. So sit down and let's get into it. But first things first, how do we even get here? This whole saga didn't just fall from the sky. It kinda started when Kanye dropped a track called Cousin. Now y'all, in that song, he straight up admits to sleeping with his cousin. Yes, his actual cousin, who's apparently in prison now. But y'all, listen, this isn't just about shaming anybody who's on the DL or exploring their bedroom preferences. Live your truth. But Kanye, he's been hiding under masks, shading queer artists and low-key projecting his own issues for years now. And you throwing rocks from a glass house, yay, is crazy. The Cousin song had people like, what did he just say? Because it wasn't just bars, it was a confession, honey, a breadcrumb in the trail leading to the bigger juicy story.
Yo, it's like, yo, let's be gay for a little while now because it's mad popping. So now let's talk about when I was gay at one time.
But fast forward to this week and X was on fire. Jeffree Star jumped on the Bird app and dropped a whole bomb of a tweet that read, okay, F it, the rumors are true now, let's not act brand new. Though he didn't say any names, but the internet knew. All roles pointed to one man, Kanye Omari West. Oh, y'all didn't know his middle name was Omari? Yes, well, Jeffree didn't have to name drop, because let's just be honest, when Jeffree Star speaks in riddles, it's always a mess and the people got time to decode. But let's be clear, this isn't the first time this rumor popped off. Remember back in 2021 when influencer Ava Louise, y'all know her, right? She randomly spilled that Ye had been caught getting creepy with a very famous male beauty guru. Well, y'all, she never said the name, but people instantly started side-eyeing Jeffree Star. And why? Well, because around the time Jeffree was in Wyoming too, that's the same state that Kanye was low-key laying low in. Coincidence? I don't think so, because folks in Hollywood don't just be in Wyoming coincidentally.
Yeah, of course I'm clout chasing. Like, yeah, I made up the Jeffree Kanye rumor. Like, yeah, I'm like talking to Monty Lopez, like, for clout, so what?
Yeah.
And it's like that intimidates people because I feel like their egos in Hollywood are so big and influencers' egos are so big. They want to just seem like people effortlessly care about them. I'm like, they don't.
Y'all probably forgot, but Jeffree used to make music back in the day. He was out here rapping, yes, y'all, rapping, and in one of his old songs called Be Please, he literally said, nibbled off Kanye West, now I'm one of the brothers. Like what people chalked it up to the shock value at the time, but now with this new tweet resurfacing, that bar is definitely aging well and starting to hit a little different. But Jeffree's always been the king of hinting and trolling, and in 2020 he said, if y'all only knew the truth about what they're doing to Britney and Kanye. Now what did he mean by that, and who is they? Well, let's zoom out for a second, because Kanye's been involved in messy love triangles before, but they usually involve women. So when Kim filed for divorce, people thought it was just about his mental health, or maybe that whole presidential campaign fiasco. Even after hearing the whole Jeffree Star and Kanye rumors, one user said, I saw a TikTok making a joke about the people that voted Kanye, crying about Jeffree being the first lady. I was laughing for 20 minutes and I couldn't breathe. We all gagged about that. But now with the DLT rumors and Jeffree's tweet, it's looking like Kim might have been protecting Ye by not outing him and just walked away with her own dignity, while the media was calling her cold, saying she abandoned him. But what if she was just tired of covering for him? So word on the streets is that Kanye is livid behind the scenes. Allegedly, he's been trying to get Jeffree's tweet taken down, calling up people, screaming on the phone, and talking lawsuits. Now y'all know that Ye don't like when other people are speaking on his name, especially when it can make him look vulnerable or exposed. Well, Kanye, seems like you do enough exposing of yourself. But here's the gag, if it's all lies, why are you so pressed? Cause innocent people don't usually panic like that. Ye, I mean, where's the defamation lawsuit? Where's the receipts to clear your name? Instead it's given damage control. But back in 2022, Jeffree appeared on Logan Paul's podcast, and of course, the Ye rumors came up, and what did Jeffree say?
Oh boy, yeah. Don't give her one moment.
No.
But yeah, I guess she made it up, and I guess it made sense. I live in Wyoming. I live in Hidden Hills. Okay, we both live in the same area. It's the way it was mapped out, I guess.
No, but then right after saying that he goes on and admits he's been involved with rappers, y'all, hello, if not Kanye, then who? Then Jeffree named the name, stop playing the game. So after Jeffree tried to tell his little I'm not saying it's Kanye, but I've been with rappers tease, he straight up told Logan Paul that he has receipts, like full-on evidence, and Jeffree said he could literally show Logan on his phone and pull up pictures of rappers he's been with, not just selfies, y'all, we're talking nudies. Well, rappers sliding into Jeffree Star's DMs thirsty, bold, and unbothered seems to not be new, but y'all, this is the point where everything starts to circle back to Kanye specifically, because that's where things are getting too specific to ignore. But rumor has it, and this is all alleged, that one of those rappers is in fact himself.
I have videos of rappers facing me and all these things on my phone, yeah. So I have my OnlyFans account was ready. I'm not into that right now. And I don't think my career needs tape right now.
A word on the curb is that Kanye has allegedly been sending Jeffree Star his own nudes before they even linked up in person. Like what? And at first it might sound like a wild fanfiction, but let's not forget this man has a whole track record of doing this insane thing. Well, remember that case not too long ago where his own assistant accused him of sliding into her messages and sending explicit pics and saying all kinds of wild, inappropriate things. That's not speculation, that's coming straight from the court documents, y'all, like legal files, receipts, y'all. So is it really that hard to believe that he may have done the same thing with Jeffree, especially with Jeffree out here talking about how rappers have been in his phone sending stuff and trying to hook up behind the scenes? It's given that creepy pattern, and it's given DL behavior exposed, and honestly it's given Jeffree Star might have kept one of them videos from Ye for leverage. But let's talk about this three-way that Kanye allegedly asked for insiders claim, and again take this with a grain of salt, but insiders claimed that during one of their final therapy sessions Kanye hinted at wanting to explore non-traditional arrangements. Apparently he floated the idea of a threesome, but not with another woman, and that's when Kim supposedly was like, alright y'all, I'm done unless you're going to do it.
Me, I thought, oh my god, that's when we're getting along the best, but then that is sad to me, and that's not what I...
This revelation could have shattered everything, and Kim, well, she wasn't trying to raise her kids in the middle of a PR storm. And to make matters worse, there's been this resurfaced clip going around, I'm talking old footage, deep cut vibes, where Kim literally catches Kanye with someone in the back room, and y'all, the way they edit it, definitely sneaky, like real sneaky, but real clean, like they were trying to bury it deep under the rug. But the internet, oh, she never forgets.
Good. Last night I was just like not in like the best mood. I was just like tired. I got home and I was like, hey, and then I was like on my computer, and then he was like, hey, babe, will you get off your computer? Like, I want to... So if you blinked, you probably missed it, but fans are saying that if you watch this particular episode with fresh eyes, knowing what we know now, it low-key looks like Kim was walking in on Kanye with somebody and immediately shut down production, cuts the camera, and the vibe got real tense real fast. Forget this, in the scene you can kind of see someone leaving the room, not clearly just an arm and a bit of movement, but y'all, it wasn't giving Bella Thorne, it wasn't given random assistant, it was giving somebody else entirely. And in the comment section of these resurfaced clips, people been going off. One user said, Kim caught them on the show, and it was hidden. You guys can seriously find the footage if you know what you're looking for. Another person chimed in swearing up and down it wasn't Jeffree because the arms had no tattoos. But y'all, it's not even about Jeffree in that moment. What if this wasn't just a one-time thing? What if Cameron had caught Kanye with multiple people that could explain why she moved so quietly at first, but then filed for divorce with a quickness? But here's where it gets real messy, y'all, because some people in the comments are trying to say it was Bella Thorne, while others are claiming Bella's trans, which we have no confirmation on, by the way, further pushing his narrative that Kanye was allegedly hooking up with trans women, of them representing men, while still married to Kim. But again, we're not here to shame anybody on the DL or anyone a part of the LGBTQ+ fam. You love who you love, but if you're lying to your partner, hiding whole parts of your identity and sneaking around, that's a problem. Now this next part is just my 2 cents, but Kanye has always had a weird obsession with power, dominance, and control, no matter who it is, from his fashion to his rants to his weird slavey was a choice comments. Everything he says is about control, so the idea that he could possibly exploring his fluidity that goes against everything he's tried to project.
Everybody in high school be like, yo, you acting like a fag. You acting like, dawg, you gay? And I used to deal with that when I was in high school.
And that is why it's seeming like he's trying to hide it. That's why he lashes out. He's not mad at Jeffree because he lied. He's mad that someone finally said the quiet part out loud. Okay, so let's flip the camera for a sec. Is it possible that Jeffree is just trolling? Is this just another way to stay relevant now that the beauty YouTube scene is kind of oversaturated or dead? Because let's not forget, Jeffree lives for the chaos. His whole brand is built on being a villain, the wild card. And if you look at the timeline, every time Jeffree drops something messy, there's a business launch right behind it. But there's still some stuff that's not adding up, like if Jeffree and Kanye were still sneaking around, how did they even link up without paparazzi catching it? They're both huge celebrities, always surrounded by teams, assistants, cameras, and fans. Unless this all happened way back when Ye was completely off the radar, maybe during his Wyoming hermit era, maybe during the Jesus is King era, I don't know y'all, but if there's one thing I've learned from Hollywood, scandals where there's smoke, there's definitely fire, so don't be shocked if Kanye's team tries to clean this all up next week. They'll probably drop a new song, some fashion line, or a cryptic video with him just staring into the camera in silence for 3 minutes, you know, classic Ye. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain, this scandal isn't going nowhere, not this time now, whether you believe the rumors or not. The fact that Jeffree even hinted at it, that says a lot, and Kanye's silence always says more, cause that boy ain't never silent. But Kim, she's somewhere quiet right now, probably sipping some matcha and Calabasas, knowing the internet finally caught up to what she knew all along. Clock that. But what do y'all think? Is Jeffree telling the truth? Is Kanye low-key living a double life, or is this just another Hollywood distraction? Let me know your thoughts down below, like, comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because I'm just getting started, and when it comes to Ye, it's only going to get worse from here.